Namaste, welcome to India. This is me and Mercy's room, and I guess I'm calling this Jack Colley's Black Book episode 57. It's really going to be atypical, and I don't know if I'm going to do this every evening, but I thought it would be a good way to show you what I'm doing, what Mercy and I are doing for the next week and a half in India. So it's going to be like a slideshow. So this is going to be like in the olden days when I remember my family and I would get out the slide projector because in the old days, all the slides were picked. You didn't have a phone where you could fit, 2,000 pictures. You had a roll of film. You had to put in a camera and, you could buy 12 pictures or 24 pictures and you had to really control the pictures that you took. But in this case, I can spend hours showing you the thousands of pictures that I took on my phone. So anyway, that's what we're going to do here is I'm just going to tell you what Mercy and I have been doing. So here is, now I have to get over to the browser window here. Hopefully this will work. So here is us flying into Switzerland for our layover. The only reason I'm showing you this is because I thought the pictures were very cool of the mountains with the snow in them. And so there is our plane wing. And then here's one of my favorite sandwiches on the flight. So I thought I could do something with tomato, cumin, and mint in terms of a sandwich. It was really good. And we got Mercy's favorite flavor, mango sorbet. So here we are in India, the New Delhi airport. So the Gandhi International New Delhi Airport or something like that. I need to look up the what these hand positions are doing. So there's something in terms of these hand positions that are overlooking the lobby here. And then here we are just outside. We're looking for our driver, and they just got done celebrating Christmas. So you go through this walkway, and there's these lights and things hanging from the sky. And then here is the next day already. This is actually this morning. So this is bumming around town. So I'm just kind of taking photos outside the front of the window. I'm going to put this on mute. But the thing that came to mind was yin yang. Just India is, from the way I feel, it's a place of chaos with incredible potential, which is right there with yin yang. And you can't see it more clearly in traffic because there's just cars everywhere. And I just have to try, you just have to trust the driver. And this is nothing compared to the other things that we've seen. So hopefully I have some other footage of drivers. But today we went to, what was the name of that? The big building? What is it? Qutub Minar. Yeah. The Qutub Minar. Yeah, I think is how you say it. So Mercy's helping me out in the background there, and it's a large area full of mosques. So there are people buried here. Here's I'm assuming one mosque. Here's another one. There's Mercy and I in front of the mosque because you should always have a tourist picture in front of where dead people are buried. And then here's the tower. So this is the Tower of Victory. And what's really cool about this is where, now this does not happen now, but this is where the Muslim call to worship often emanates from these towers. And I don't know, there's just something respectable, I think, or something even wise about taking 5 times a day just to kind of recenter yourself in prayer. I just have always been fascinated with that tradition, and I know, that prayer is important in the Christian tradition too. So, yeah, these large towers, these call to worship, these towers of victory, call to worship. Really like this guy's hat in front of us, so I made sure to get him in the picture. This is just a really large structure. There's Mercy doing a selfie. But just the intricacies of all of the carvings on these buildings. You just go up to them, and each of these is carved. Just a lot of stone. So many archways that you could just I would take Facebook photos in front of. The trees were very old, so here's a courtyard, and same thing, just all of the stonework was just really beautiful to look at. Then Mercy and I went to Dili Hut, which was a market. And so here is an Indian elephant that we posed by. Here's a shoe store. So a lot of these, well, every one of the sellers will tell you that they are handmade, that, they actually handmade them until you go about 6 booths down and then you find the same thing that was exactly handmade by somebody else. So, but it was a lot of fun and really enjoyed interacting with the people selling their goods. Here we are in a fabric store. Here are the Hindu gods. So several of the areas had all of the Hindu gods. And I believe India is known for its 3,000 gods, and it might even be 3 million or 30,000. I'd have to look up the exact number from the quote. But, we've talked about this in Jack Colley's Black Book. We've talked about how these are avatars of God. So each of these have different meanings. So Mercy and I, when we go to the temple back in the United States and talk to people, they have Ganesha, which is kind of the god of blessings, and they have all of the gods here. But anyway, so you can buy the brass statues. And this was interesting to me too. A couple things about this picture. First of all, there are dogs everywhere. So in India, the animals are considered sacred, and so the dogs are run around. And we have yet to see cows on the streets, but that is something that we have been told that we might run across. And then this was very interesting too. This wheel, I took a picture of it because of all the symbolism on it. And I got to thinking about in the Old Testament, in the book of Ezekiel, there's like, I think it's a prophetic story, or certainly it's a poetic section of Ezekiel, but I think it's prophetic, and talking about these wheels in the sky and how they're colorful. And I don't know what the connection is there, but one of the reasons I wanted to come to India was to kind of see the connections, because a lot of what Rabbi Jesus taught can be traced right back to philosophy and thoughts in India. So one of the things I love doing over here is just seeing all of the connections between this and the Christian tradition that I'm more a part of. We got to see this right here. This was some street performers. So this is a video. We'll see if this plays. And again, just all the numbers of this, the symbolism of the pigs, the pig face, the different masks, the musicians, the Bengal tiger that's doing the dance in front of Mercy right there. A lot of symbolism in history there. I'm guessing, I'm not positive, but I think this has something to do with the Bhagavad Gita and the story of Krishna, but I'm not positive about that. That's going to require me to do some more research. But there's another Hindu wheel that I'm curious how that relates to the wheels in the Old Testament book of Ezekiel. Let's see if this video is going to play. And yeah, at some point I would love to do a little bit of research and find out what the Then there's one character in this drama, I guess, that they're performing. There's some clips that are pretty cool. So this character right here, I'm wondering if this is Krishna. But again, not positive about that. I'll have to show these videos to our host and help me with this. Actually, as I think about it, that might not be Krishna. That might be the individual that Krishna was mentoring, I guess would be, or being a spiritual guide for. I'm not sure about that. Here's an upper view of the market. India is, it is rainy and misty, but a lot of pollution as well. It's always hazy and foggy. There's a spice market.
Yeah, the normal gravy. Okay. And other spices. Just like black pepper.
The flickering is the lights must be at the same frequency or very close to the same frequency as the phone camera I used.
Just like black pepper.
Lots of textiles, lots of clothes. And here's where Mercy and I ate. We had some buttered chicken and some sauces and some bread. Food has been outstanding. So there you go. There is the first, and maybe the last, we'll see, India update. So maybe we'll do more of these. I don't know. We'll kind of see how people like them. But hopefully it's okay to take a bunny trail too and just kind of show you what we're doing instead of getting all theological and philosophical and psychological with, you know, the other stuff that we've talked about in Jack Colley's Black Book. So there you go. All right. Hope everyone is doing well, and we'll see you soon.